Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to dive into some of the numbers of natural muscle building potential. I'm going to look at my model, Lyle McDonald's model, and some of the information Scott Herman presented recently, just to give you guys some information, equip you with some knowledge of what you can expect in the years to come as you're trying to build muscle mass. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, before I get into this information, I want to state that anytime I mention anybody's name in a video, I tend to get comments like, why are you hating on him, or why are you attacking this person? Not attacking anybody, right? What I am doing is trying to present you guys with information. I have nothing personally against anybody. This is debate, opinion, discussion, and it's meant to help you guys understand how much muscle you can build. With that said, in this industry, there is a lot of bad information presented. People in the fitness industry tend to like to answer questions that they aren't experts about. It's something that I've discussed with many other YouTubers over the years. Stay in your lane, right? Stay in your lane. Know what you don't know. And when you get people on YouTube, a lot of times they start talking about things that they don't know about because they don't want to actually, they would feel more embarrassed to say, you know what, I don't know. I'm going to tell you, this area is something that I have studied. It's something I'm very passionate about. I have very strong opinions, but at the end of the day, you guys have to decide what you believe is most accurate. All right, so natural muscle building potential. We have to establish a couple things. First, we have to establish that these numbers and these models are based off someone that is more of a normal weight. Excuse me. If you are underweight, 20 to 30 pounds underweight, basically you're going to be able to put on more muscle because your body hasn't hit a normal, a normal level, a normal body weight. If you're 125 pounds and 5'10", you got some weight to go, right? You're still in that post-puberty stage where your weight hasn't normalized. So this information is for the average male out there, like you, that is trying to build muscle, that considers themselves a novice or somebody that is floundering in the muscle building process, but doesn't consider themselves underweight. This will give you some realistic expectations. I'm going to go over a few models. I'm going to go over an example scenario, and then I'm going to break down you what that would mean in the real world. Now, I will say I put up Scott Herman's information. A couple things. The original information from my video 2 days ago on Scott Herman, his information does not match Lyle McDonald's information. I'm not sure if he's addressed that in his video. I haven't watched Scott Herman's recent video. I'm just going off what he said. I know he made a new video about referencing his model was based on Lyle McDonald's. They really don't look anything alike other than the first year. I also heard a rumor that Scott later came back and said that his information was based for men that were underweight. That wasn't presented in his original video to my knowledge. I'm going to give you an opinion here, and you can do with it what you want, but I believe Scott is backtracking to cover up his tracks and cover up his mistake rather than just saying, I made a mistake. I didn't know what I was talking about, but that's my opinion, and I will let it rest at that. Let's get back to facts and information. This information is meant to help you guys, okay? It's meant to help you guys. It's not a battle against Lyle McDonald or Scott Herman. All right, so here's the Shaw model. I call it the Shaw model because that's my name. I'm not going to say I created it, but I did a lot of research. I've studied Dr. Casey Butt extensively. I like the research he does. I'm combining his research with my 35 years of lifting, working with other people. I've been an editor in the fitness industry for 12 years. I've interviewed, profiled, worked out with, and trained with everybody you can imagine. People have been the people in my office, from Mr. Olympia Jay Cutler to the Hodge twins. I've worked out with Donnie Thompson. I've worked out at Donnie Thompson's gym, one of the strongest powerlifters in the world. And I've also trained with Ronnie Coleman, Mr. Olympia. Basically, what I'm telling you is that in my time in the industry, I've seen hundreds of transformation stories. I've interviewed, talked to hundreds of natural champions, bodybuilders, physique competitors, etc. So, my opinion is based on my research and my practical accumulation of knowledge, what I've learned from talking with and seeing natural bodybuilders and seeing natural bodybuilding shows. It's not something I pull out of my ass. Okay, so first 4 years, you have the Shaw model, the Lyle McDonald model, and what Scott Herman said in his original video. Year 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, first year for me, 15 to 16 pounds of muscle mass. 7 to 8 the second year, 3 to 4 the third, and 1 to 2 the fourth. You can see consistency between me and Lyle McDonald that every year you can gain about half of your remaining potential. So if you have 46 pounds of muscle to gain, you're going to gain about half of that the first year. If you have 32 to gain, you're going to gain about half of that the first year. Whatever you have left to gain, whether it's 32 or 16, you're going to gain about half of that the coming year. That's kind of the way the body works. So the way we understand it to work, how much you have left, you can gain about half of that. So the more you gain, the slower the rate of gain. So 15 to 16, 7 to 8, 3 to 4, and 1 to 2. This is the first 4 years. This is not the end result. Generally, I tell people they can gain 30 to 35 pounds of muscle mass over the course of their life. After year 4, in any scenario, it's pounds and ounces. You're gaining a very small amount. Lyle McDonald says 20 to 25, 10 to 12, 5 to 6, and 2 to 3. You can see they're half, just like I said. Whatever you have left, you're going to gain about half of that. So Lyle is a little bit more aggressive, saying you can gain about 39 to 46 pounds of muscle mass your first 4 years. Scott Herman, in his original video, said 20 to 25, 15 to 20, 8 to 12, and 4 to 6. Well, I'm adding in 4 to 6 to be generous because Scott didn't mention a year 4, but you can see if you were to continue, it'd probably be more like 6 to 8. So I'm giving him a little bit benefit of the doubt. It does have in common with Lyle McDonald the first year of 20 to 25 pounds. The second year, Scott Herman's original information goes way off track, and it's double, basically, over what Lyle McDonald says you can achieve. So I have no idea where Scott Herman got this. I'm assuming he saw Lyle McDonald's, got on information, got on YouTube, didn't actually know the specifics, and just kind of presented this information. I'm going to link the article to Lyle McDonald's information on what he believes is possible down below, so you can check that out. All right, so all this happy horse shit aside, what I'm going to do is apply it to you guys, okay? We're going to take a 5'10" lifter. I'm 5'10". This is kind of a scenario for who I was at age 18. We're going to say he weighs 170 pounds. He has 15% body fat, and his lean body mass is about 145 pounds. What is lean body mass? It is your weight if you had no fat at all. Your skin, your bones, your muscle, etc. So when we add muscle mass, your lean body mass will go up. So this is what we're going to start with. An average weight, 19, 20-year-old, 15% body fat. He's not, in poor shape. He's not overweight. He's just kind of normal and healthy, if you will. 170 pounds. So here we have it. The Shaw model, the Lyle McDonald model, and the Scott Herman model. Again, this is my opinion, okay? Based off what I know now. This is Lyle's opinion, and this is what Scott Herman presented. So, you know what? It's up to you guys to decide what you think is more accurate. This is not something. This is not an attempt to go to war with Lyle McDonald. I think his standards are a little bit high, but I'll let you guys decide. All right. So over the course of 4 years, our lifter has 145-pound lean body mass and 170 pounds in weight. He's going to add, over the course of 4 years, 32 pounds So he's up to 202 pounds and 177 lean body mass. My lean body mass is 178. 178. It's been about that for quite a long time, okay? Just to frame that. Lyle McDonald, we're looking at 46 pounds, so his lifter is going to be 216 and 191 pounds of lean body mass. And the Scott Herman model, which he stated in his original video, the lifter is going to gain about 63 pounds in 4 years. So he's going to be 233 with a 208 lean body mass. He would be 31 pounds heavier. He would have 31 pounds of more muscle mass than me after 4 years of lifting, okay? So, this lifter's 5'10". Let's compare this information to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold is the gold standard, obviously, in the industry. If you look at Wikipedia, Arnold is listed as 6'2" and 235 in contest shape. I don't know how accurate that is. Arnold tends to stretch things at times. We're just going to run with it as a reference point. So Scott Herman was taking this lifter at 5'10". He would be 233 pounds at 11% body fat, okay? Now, here's the thing that you need to understand. For every inch of height you add 5 pounds of lean body mass. About. Okay, that's extra bone, skin, blood, all that happy horseshit, okay? So, the 5'10" lifter, if you want to compare him apples to Arnold Schwarzenegger at 6'2", he would be 233 pounds. Because you're adding 20 pounds of lean body mass, his body fat percentage would probably be closer to 9, maybe under 8.5. That's pretty close to where Arnold was on stage. So, what Scott Herman originally said was, you can get 18 pounds heavier than Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can get 18 pounds heavier than Arnold Schwarzenegger after 4 years of lifting, be about at the same body fat percentage. Think about that, okay? That is why I made my original video, because what Scott said in his video was nonsense. That's not possible. We all know that's not possible. That's not possible at all. After I made the video, obviously Scott came back on. It's my opinion that he backtracked, but he came back on and said his standards were for those that were underweight. If you're underweight, yeah, that's probably true. But, you know, let's be honest here. How many of you are really underweight? It's a very small percentage, a very small percentage. You know, I think it was very reckless for Scott to say what he said, because it presents information for the average lifter that is not accurate at all. But all that stuff aside, let's get back to natural muscle building potential. This, obviously, I'm just going to ignore this, okay? Because this, for whatever reason, is just not even in the ballpark. You have myself and you have Lyle McDonald, okay? So I'm telling you, you can gain about 30 to 35 pounds of muscle mass over the course of your lifetime. Lyle McDonald's a little bit higher. What I would challenge you guys to do is, you know, apply this versus what you have seen. Go check out some natural bodybuilders online. Check out some contest results. Check out the weight they compete at, etc. You will find, because this lifter's 5'10", you're not going to find many natural bodybuilders competing above 185 to 188. Most of them are in the 170s, maybe 180s when they compete. And obviously, they might lose a little bit of muscle mass when they compete, but even the top naturals do not have 191 pounds of lean body mass at 5'10". So I stand by my standard, but you know what? It's just my standard. It's just my standard. You guys have a right to form your own opinion. Let me know. Drop a comment down below. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.